I'm introducing the mouse game. This is a game that I picked up from Laurence and have modified for my own purposes. This is the end product with Micah. I place the treat on the floor, he remains focused on it, and then I flick it away and he chases it down. So this is when I first started with him. I put the treat down, but I had to cover it a couple of times to make sure he understood that he couldn't just help himself. Once he backed away, I flicked it, and then he was waiting for a release word to take the treat, so I gave him one the first time just to get him started. Once we had a bit of a rhythm going, we continued to play with the kibble, so every time I set it down, he's going to focus on it a little bit longer, and then I'm going to flick it away for him to chase. If he's focused on it and he breaks focus, I'm going to flick it in a direction where he's not looking as sort of an escape maneuver, and he's going to then chase it. We did have a couple of events where the treat went under the door, which was unfortunate, but I just gave him a free one. I've put this video into double time for part of it so that you can see more of the process without just watching simple repetitions of the game over and over. You can see I'm being pretty deliberate when I'm setting the treat down on the carpet, at least some of the time. There's some distractions happening outside the room, and so he needed a bit of help getting back on task after he'd chased the treat. So I would just make a bit of a dramatic motion with my hand as I set it down, and then he'd focus back on the treat. He had a bit of trouble leaving the treat a couple of the times I set it down, but he didn't need a release word to go get it after he'd figured it out after that first repetition. So this is towards the end of our game. I've just shifted positions so that the camera can get a different angle. One of the biggest issues I had in this space was that the treats fit under both the closet door and the room door, so I needed to be careful about which direction I flicked them in. You can see he lost focus a bit when there was a distraction outside the room. I just made sure he was paying attention when I set the treat down. And look at this long duration of focus I've got on him now. I can put the treat down. He focuses in on it. And he's staying totally focused on nothing but me while this is happening. This is a great game for testing a dog's focus as well as for encouraging them to stay focused for a long period of time. And all the dogs really like this game.